My mother had 3 days of footage and one phone. She was just waiting for my father to say the wrong thing on camera.
My father stared at my mother in absolute confusion as the flashlight beam hit his face. He screamed at her, demanding to know what she meant. My mother reached into her jacket pocket and pulled out a small, glowing smartphone that was completely active. My father gasped, realizing his military-grade firewall had failed. My mother explained that she had never intended to escape the house. She knew he was tracking her bank accounts, so she'd intentionally let him find that fake apartment data just to force him into locking them all down in this exact bunker, on his own terms, in his own words. She needed him to do it himself, on record, with no one else to blame. For the first 3 days, she'd said nothing and recorded everything, waiting. The security system he was so proud of had a satellite backup plane he'd installed himself, for emergencies, and she'd quietly rerouted it the moment they walked in, mirroring every camera feed to a private cloud folder she could access from her phone. She didn't send anything yet. She was waiting for him to say the one thing that would matter in a courtroom. He gave it to her on the 4th night, panicking as the power failed. He'd screamed at all of them that the door would stay sealed no matter what, that none of them were leaving until he decided it was safe, even after my begged to be let out, even after my mother calmly asked him to release the manual wheel. It was all on the feed, a grown man, in full view of his own children, refusing to open an emergency exit for a crying 10-year-old. The moment he said it, my mother had sent 3 days of footage, plus that final unhinged refusal, went straight to the local police department and a reporter she'd been quietly in contact with for weeks. My father dropped his flashlight to the concrete floor, his face turning pale as he realized his spotless public reputation was already unraveling, somewhere out there, in real time. It took the police 40 minutes to arrive, suit up, and cut through the vault door hinges with hydraulic rescue. Sus the longest 40 minutes of my life, sitting in the dark next to Maya, listening to my father pace and mutter that this was all a misunderstanding. When the door finally tore open, fresh air and white searchlights flooded the bunker. Officers pushed past him straight to us first, checking on Maya, then turned and put my father against the wall in handcuffs. The news cameras were waiting outside the garage. My mother held Maya and me tightly as we walked out into the warm morning sun, free for the first time in our lives. He built a cage to control us. He ended up locking himself inside the only evidence that mattered. Would you have waited 3 days like she did, gathering proof, or run the moment you saw the warning signs?